Hi guys, Jason Smith here, welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Today we're doing Mizuno JPX923 Forged versus JPX921 Forged, one model back. Now I've literally just done the JPX923 hot metal against the 921 hot metal. You can see that one up on there if you want to have a look. Now on that one there were some differences between the heads. Why? Because they were made out of something slightly different. There was a change in technology between the heads. This one not so much. So the technology within these two heads, they have an aesthetic change. Yes, they have. The 921 and 923 look slightly different, but it's got the same metal in it. It's got the same transitional time between the into 7-iron from 8 to gap wedge into the standard 1025E and that kind of idea. So the technology is basically the same. What's different is the fact what they've done with all the tech which is in 921, they've kind of maxed it out now. They've got to a point where they've thinned out the face, they've thinned out the areas of where you've got the stability frame or V chassis now, and try to make this one as good as they possibly can do and as forgiving as they possibly can do before, I reckon, 925, whenever JPX925 comes out, that will possibly have a forged version of what the hot metal has got now. So yeah, no real difference between them. What we're going to do, we're going to get on a hole, we're going to have a bit of fun hitting them both and see if there's any feel differences between them. Remember, same metal inside them. Before we go and hit them all over the face and see what differences there are between these two when it comes to performance, yes, but then also when you hit it on not ideal parts of the face. And remember guys, I do this testing where I test high toe, heel low, all those kind of weird and wonderful spots, measure them against each other and see how they do, see which one wins or not. So, right, let's go get the simulator on and let's go have some fun hitting them both. Simulator is now on. We have a Blue Bayo, hole 17. It's a par 3, normally about 160 or so yards, but I've pulled it back because the 921 Forged being 31 degrees and of course the 923 Forged being 30, I think it's going to go a little bit further than 160 yards or so, so I've set it at 176, so fingers crossed. Yeah, we'll get there. We've got plenty of swamp and stuff to go over, so wish me luck. 921 Forged, looks wise, it's got that chrome barring basically everywhere on the back. It's got it on the sole, it's got it on the top line. That chrome barring is basically there to try and detract away from the size. When I say size, it's not very big, it's just that chrome barring reduces the visible looking of how big it actually is. It makes it look smaller, that's all. Blade lengths are relatively, they're medium to, they're not small, but they're medium, and an offset is there, but it's not bad at all. Right, so let's go give this a hit and see how well it does, because I do like, or did like always, the 921 Forged. Oh, it's not a plumb on strike. That is definitely toey for the first hit of the day. I would say it works. Wow, that was toey. Look at that. 15 mil toe. 89.9 miles an hour, 0.1 from the inside, 0.8 open, so 0-0 delivery. Delivery was good, it was just toey. And has it dropped efficiency a little bit? 1.34 is not bad considering that's 15 mil toe. That done very, very well. Peak height wasn't as high as it should be because obviously lost a little bit of efficiency. 33 yards in the air, but 47 degrees of center, well, that's still gonna stop. And it was fairly straight still. But yeah, that's my fault, not the golf club. So can't say anything about the feel of the golf club. When I hit it, yeah, there. That was rather a miss hit, we'll call it. Not bad whatsoever, just slightly open. Still fractionally toey, but a better shot. 0 path, 1 open, yeah, still slightly toe. 5 mil toe, 3 mil low, but much more centered. You could feel it, but because of the, what is it, stability frame in the 921? V chassis, I think it is, in 923. The different terms for basically the same thing. It's that moving of the mass over towards the toe. So if you are going to miss a JPX, doesn't matter if it's 921 or 923, miss out towards the toe, because it's quite forgiving out there, quite likes you hitting out towards the toe. Never hit out the heel, ever, but why? Because you've got a hosel there, and I don't know any golf club which is forgiving consistently out of the heel. Right, so let's go give that another go and see if we can do just as good a job and see if we can hit, well, how far was that? 5 yards offline, so at 176, I'll take that all day long. Yeah, just a little bit fadey again. Face was open. Decent strike, was lovely. But face was fractionally open. It's the safe way, I guess. Little baby fade. We've got 91.9 miles an hour, one across, 2.3 open, little baby fade, 2mm toe, 2mm low. So yeah, a plumb on strike, I would call that. I'd be absolutely happy with those strikes. And it's gone 177, going 37 yards in the air, 49 degrees of center angle, doing exactly what it should do. But within reason at 92 miles an hour, yeah. But then that's my normal speed, about 92, 93 miles an hour as they start to warm up. I'll probably do this speed around 90 or so miles an hour. I won't deviate too much from my full speed. But yeah, let's go give this one a hit, because that did feel nice. That did feel toey. Done it again, same as the other one. Probably as bad as the other one. But look how good it is. I mean, again, that's that V chassis, or stability frame, whatever you want to call it. 12mm toe, 1mm high. Again, little baby fade dynamics, but it's 2 yards offline and it is toey. I mean, have we dropped in efficiency slightly? Yes, we have, but I mean, if you're going to hit it 12mm toe, you will do. I'm having a day of misstriking today. You do get them, we are human. But feeling wise, considering obviously I'm hitting that towards the toe, that is very stable, stability frame. But that's what it's designed to do. If you're going to miss out towards the toe, because it is much more stable out there. But I mean, it's just decent. It really is. Hello, now over the flag. But that was more middle, much better delivery, just dead straight within reason. Tiny little deviation on there, 2mm low, 1mm toe. It's just good, and it is just good. Fairly soft, is it? Well, you can feel it's forged, but it has got some tech in it. It's got some punch. You can hear the punch. You can, when you get the impact, you can feel that it's coming off with a bit of spring to it. Right, let's go flick over to 923 Forged. Let's go see if there's any difference whatsoever between them. There's 1 degree of loft, and of course the same technology, same metal in the head. It is just maxed out. Let's go flick over and see how well the 923 Forged does. 923 now in my hand, flicked over, and does it look different? Yes, it actually probably looks a little bit more sleeker. There's not such a heavy lump at the bottom part of the back, so it's a little bit thinned out there. Definitely you can see the V chassis or stability frame. It is the overwhelming part of the toe. It is a bigger lump on the end there. It's basically protecting against those toe strikes, of which it seems today, according to 921 Forged anyway, I am frequenting quite a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any difference. And I will be looking forward to the forgiveness side as well, to see if I can, well, start to train myself to hit the heel a bit more, because I'm a bit toey today, but it's fine. Every day is different. So really, there's no basic differences between the looks of the 923 Forged on the 921 Forged, or if there is, it's so small I wouldn't worry about it. Let's go see if there's any feel differences, because remember guys, they're made of the same metal, same chromoly, forged chromoly, and then it goes to the standard 1025E anyway, when the 8 to gap wedge. But yeah, that's the kind of transition as it does. And there's a reason why they transition 8 gap wedge and change technology as well, but I won't go into it because it'll bore the pants off someone. And if you want to know that, there's full reviews up on there. Go and have a click. You can watch them to your heart's content. Right, let's go give this one a hit and see how this one feels. That was an open face. Strike was pretty good, just with an open face. For a second though, when I hit it, I felt actually it was far worse than it actually was. 10 yards right, so that's my fault, open face, but it's at the safe side of the green, we'll call it. Yeah, 91 miles an hour, 0.4 across, 2 open face, there you go, 6mm low. 36 yards in the air and 48 degrees of center angle. So even though with a low on the face, face open, not quite as efficient with a little bit of a glancing blow, it's still done really well. Feeling wise, it feels within reason, exactly the same as 921 Forged. I'm not expecting any difference. Oh, I'm expecting a difference on that one. That is terrible. Back to the toe, people. Oh, don't go in. I say, don't go in with that shot. Wowzers. Slightly across, slightly open, 1 degree, 1 degree is nothing. Look at that, 8mm toe, 10mm, 8mm low, 10mm toe. That's a miss. Yeah, that's a miss. Although efficiency, considering that is not very, yeah, don't hit golf balls there. 1.33, that's not bad from that miss. I'll take that as a miss all day long. Well, I'll take the efficiency number from that miss all day long. Yeah, now this has got V chassis, again, different word for stability frame, which is the same one as Forged. And I'm trying it out as much as I possibly can do today. I mean, 0.0 yards offline. All right, fair enough. All right, let's go give that one a go again and see if we can have a better try at hitting the middle. No, we didn't. We left the face open and still slightly low on the face. I'm having a good day today. I mean, it's fine. We're still hitting target, but at the moment, if I was playing today, I'm not looking to shoot very low today. So yeah, path fractionally across 0.7, but my face is open by a couple of degrees and it was slightly low on the face as well. You can feel it. So the one good thing you're going to have with these Forged golf clubs is that you can feel strike. Now, is it to the nuanced degree that you get a full blade? No, you can really tell. I can nearly call it to the millimeter when I'm hitting my blades. I feel I'm hitting this off the middle, and I know I'm hitting it off the toe, but I don't know exactly how much. But that's normal. As soon as you start gravitating technology, you start losing nuances of feedback. But it feels fine considering there's no difference between these. I mean, I couldn't pick a winner at all between these two. I really couldn't. I mean, that's a stronger flight that's going left because I closed the face down possibly, or is it just a slight toe? V chassis time, come on, members bounce, get on with the green. I do know it moves that way on this green. Only extremes though, I don't want to be flirting with those bits because it's too close to drop off. So yeah, 3mm high, 9mm toe. So path was slightly across and 0.0 face. Well, 0.0 face was at the point of touch. Remember, you've got impact and face is rotating during impact. That's why it started. I won't bore you with why. But yeah, it's done exactly what I asked it to do, go left. But the feel is exactly the same as 921. Right, one last one. Let's see if I can get a half decent shot out of this one before we go hit all the lovely shots we need to see how well these do compared exactly, and then also forgiveness, because I am testing a lot of the toe today. Let's go see which one out of these two is more forgiving, because obviously 923 Forged has got maxed out tech in it. I mean, that's probably the best job I've done so far-ish. It's fine. It is a solid punch. With that 923 Forged, it's the chromoly, what's that, 4mm low, 6mm toe, so again, still not plumb on. 1.5 across, one open, little baby fade dynamics, it's fine. I couldn't pick a winner. Between these two, I honestly could not pick a winner between 921 Forged and 923 Forged. They feel basically identical. If you flick these over, you can do on these, because apart from the grip, they've got the same shaft, so before the shaft please go, yeah, same shafts. It's just that they look identical, they feel identical. Let's go give this a hit a load of times. Let's take it off of this hole. I can go back onto the Foresight range and just literally pummel them, both the 921 and the 923, to find out which one is better when it comes to performance, if there's a difference, and also which one of them is more forgiving when you don't just quite hit the toe, you hit everywhere, and see how well they both do. Right guys, let's go see how the JPX921 Forged got on against the JPX923 Forged. Hit a load of times, bashed a load of balls to try and get a really good average of exactly what the differences are between these two golf clubs. And there's not many differences, but there are a few. Now, after I trained my strike in a little bit better, yeah, basically just try to hit out the heel quite a few more times to just try and move my strike pattern back to middle, and then yeah, carried on from there. Absolutely fine afterwards. But yeah, so hit a load of shots then and come up with some interesting information. Remember, the 923 Forged is effectively the maxed out version of what the 921 Forged is. Everything, the face is slightly thinner, the forgiving parts of the face have been milled out a little bit further. We're talking extreme. After this one, I think they are going to go and move over possibly to the same metal that the chromoly ones of the hot metal are, the 4335 or something or other, because it's stronger and blah blah blah. Anyway, that won't be until JPX925 possibly. But anyway, let's go have a look at the information and see what the differences are. So, ball speed on average first. The JPX921 Forged, 121.4 miles an hour, launching at 20.3 degrees, spinning at 5.4, which isn't bad whatsoever, peaking height at 38, which is extremely extremely nice. And descending at 49.2 and carrying 174 yards. If we then go over straight away to the JPX923 Forged, ball speed of 123 miles an hour rather than 121.4, so basically 1.6 miles an hour difference, so a gain of 1.6 miles an hour, again slightly thinner face, and yeah. Launching at 19.9 rather than 20.3, so 0.4 of a degree lower. Remember, there is 1 degree of loft, static loft between these two guys, so 0.4 of a degree of launch. Spinning at 5.3, so 150 RPM, 140 or so RPM less, which is not much, than the 921 Forged. And then it's going 38 yards in the air, which is also very, very good, and 49.1 degrees descent angle rather than 49.2. So there's 0.1 of a degree descent angle, but it's carrying at 178. So if we're going up the same height, peak height 38, we're descending exactly the same at 49 degrees, we're just gaining 4 yards. It's because of a slight reduction in spin, 140 RPM is nothing, but a slight gain in ball speed as well. Again, this is a maxed out version of. So 4 free yards, that's effectively 4 free yards. Right, let's go to the club dynamics to see where they come from, to see if they are 3 yards or I'm just swinging the 923 faster. Right, 921 Forged club head speed, 90.6 miles an hour, efficiency 1.34 on average. Remember, I've hit loads and loads of shots and also some weirder 1-for-1, so they're averaged. Angle of attack 2.6 down, club path 0.1, face to path 0.5 open, so tiny little baby fade dynamics. 27 degrees of loft and 0 mil toe, 2 mil low. Finally, and then go over to the 923 Forged. It's 90.7 miles an hour, so 0.1 of a mile an hour. That's it, 0.1 of a mile an hour difference. Efficiency is 1.36, so against 1.34, so a jump of 0.02. Attack angle is 2.9 against 2.6, so 0.3 of a degree difference. Club path is 0.1, no, well, 0.1 from the inside, 0.1 from the outside, very little difference. And face to path is 0.7 open, so fractionally more open with the 923 Forged than I was with the 921 Forged. And loft, it's 26.7 degrees rather than 27.1. Remember, there's 1 degree static loft between these guys, so I delivered 0.4 of a degree, which means I over delivered 0.6 of a degree. It's fine. I'm 0.4 of a degree. That's the difference you have to remember. So there's 1 degree static, but I'm delivering 0.4 of a degree difference between the 923 and 921. And 0 mil toe, 0 mil high. Finally, but I have standard deviation on there as well, guys, so you can have a look at, critique all the differences between them. Strike variances are identical, 5 mil and 3 mil, so there's no differences on strike there. So everything is a like for like, nice even number test. You can see by the graphical representation, arguably the 921 you could see there with a slightly bigger dispersion ring is less consistent than the 923 Forged. I would say that's more to do with me than it is to do with the actual golf club. You'd have to do this a load and load of times if you're trying to look at dispersion patterns. Generally speaking, dispersion pattern is largely down to the golfer, and then yes, front to back can have a difference when it comes to the golf club, but I wouldn't say that's necessarily a distinct difference between the two. But you can see on the flight, on the side profile flight, you see that same height that you're going to get from both of them, but you can see that extra 4 yards gain for free for the 923. Right, so let's go and have a look at the forgiving side, because it's the fun side of it. Let's go whack it all over the face and see how well they did. 921 Forged first. We have 92.5 miles an hour, 0.2 across, 0.2 open, so baby tiny little fade dynamics, just 0-0. 1 mil low, 12 mil heel is a slightly heely shot, and a efficiency remember, of 1.32. Flick over to the JPX923 Forged and 90.4 miles an hour, so slower club head speed, but it doesn't matter because we're going by efficiency. 0.8 across and 1.6 open, so actually it's a worse hit when it comes to that, not because of the strike, it's only 1 mil in it, 11 mil heel, 1 mil high against 12 mil of the 921, but my face is open on this one, so it's going to be less efficient anyway, but it's more efficient, 1.33. So again, when it comes to it, because I would say, being honest, the 923 is coming from a 0.02 gain to start with, I would say there's no real difference actually between the 921 and 923, because the gains are within reason the same jump. Again, it's going 172 yards, it's doing absolutely fine. 0.5 of a yard offline it's doing absolutely fine. From a heel, it's doing absolutely fine. 921 Forged, 90.3 miles an hour, 0.8 from the inside, 0.7 closed. 12 mil low, 4 mil toe. And a efficiency of 1.30, which is not bad considering that is half an inch low on the face. Half an inch low on the face, that does not feel nice. If you go over to the 923 Forged, 89.2 miles an hour, slightly slower swing speed, 0.5 across, 0.4 open, rather than 0.8 from the inside, 0.7 close. So the 921 was a little baby draw, and then the 923 is a little baby fade, 11 mil low, 4 mil toe. So what's that? 1 mil in it. 1.31 efficiency. Now again, I would say, even though that's only 0.1 difference, again the 0.1 over the 921, I would say actually there's very little difference really between them because of the difference in starting point. At the moment, what I'm seeing really is the fact that, and we'll go into the toes in a sec, but the main difference is the fact they've just maximised the face. You're still going to be nearly as forgiving with them. You could argue marginally going to 923 Forged, but it's margins, it really is. Right, let's go to toe section. 91 Forged, 91 miles an hour, 0.2 from the inside, 0.2 open, so 0-0 delivery. 0 mil low, just 10 mil toe, so just a normal 10 mil toe shot. Delivering 25 degrees of loft and blah blah blah. It's 1.33 efficiency. It's fine. It's not bad whatsoever. It's just fine. It's just fine. When you go to the 923 Forged, so slightly faster clubhead speed, but it doesn't matter clubhead speed, we're looking at efficiency. 1.1 across, 0.9 open, so this is actually a tiny little fade where effectively the 921 Forged was a 0-0 delivery, 0.2, 0.2. This is fractionally more open. What's the loft difference? 25 degrees on 921, 25.5 degrees on the 923. So actually delivering more loft. But it's got efficiency of 1.36 from a 1 mil worse strike. Oh no, sorry. Well, actually technically it's more than that because 921 was 10 mil toe, 0 mil low. This is 11 mil toe, 1 mil, but 2 mil low. So fraction worse. But yeah, so it's a fraction worse strike and a fraction more open when it comes to the delivery and slightly more loft. And the efficiency is 1.36. So, to conclude this, and I was doing loads and loads of shots, we could go forever looking at all the different shots that I collected because it's within reason, it's the same pattern. Heel shots, they're identical. They really are, basically. When it comes to low shots, within reason again, they're identical. There's not much in it, if any. When it comes to toe, yes, there's a fraction difference between 923 Forged and 921 Forged. It's just a fraction more forgiving. It just retains ball speed a fraction more, enables the yardage to retain, that kind of idea. That's forgiveness. When it comes to the performance of it, it's 4 yards, guys, at 90 miles an hour. But it's free, not three, yeah, 4 free yards. Anyway, it's free yardage. So it's only 4 yards, yes it is, but there's a gain nonetheless. Are you honestly going to be jumping out straight down to the shops to go get custom fit for your brand new 923 Forged irons when you've already got custom fit 921 Forged irons? I doubt it, and I probably wouldn't say that Mizuno themselves are even suggesting that you should. I do think though, because obviously the 921 Forged are discontinued, you can't get them custom fit anymore. So when it comes to the 923, they're the most current ones. You will be custom fit into the 923 Forged, and they do slightly better than the 921. That's the biggest difference between the two. When it comes to looks are subjective. I prefer possibly the 923's a little bit more angular and a bit more sleeker looks, especially at the back. All the rest of the angles are within reason exactly the same. And then feel, toss up between it. I mean, there's no real difference. If you flicked them between, if I had the same grips on them, so I can tell the difference because of different grips, but if I had the same grips, I wouldn't be able to tell which one I'm hitting because they look exactly the same and they feel exactly the same. So within all purposes, they're exactly the same. But that's in the field department. So anyway, up to you. Comment below what you think the difference is. Have you tested 923 Forged out when you're a 921 Forged player? Have you noticed any gains or not? Whilst you're down there commenting, there's a little like button. Go on. Click that. YouTube likes it, so do I. Next to that also is a subscribe button. It's a free button. It's a free button to subscribe. It's great for the channel. If you could do that, it would be brilliant. And next to it is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.